Thank you very much for your participation. The Campus France Chile team is very pleased to organize this webinar with Lenôtre Culinary Arts School to discover their study opportunities in cooking, patisserie, and bakery. We are very pleased to introduce you to Sébastien Abdoul, business developer, and Chef Georges Coussanas, patisserie chef trainer and World Patisserie Vice Champion 2023. We thank you both for this opportunity, and at the end of the webinar, we will have time to answer all your questions together with the Campus France Chile team. And during the presentation, please keep your microphone in mute to hear all the presentation. So now I'll let you present Lenôtre School and the study opportunities. I'll let you share your screen, Sébastien, if you're ready. Yes, thank you.
So hello everyone, my name is Sébastien. Today I'm with George, the pastry chef of École Lenôtre. Welcome, George.
Welcome, Sébastien. Welcome, everybody.
Thank you for being here today. So I'm going to give you a brief introduction of myself, and George will introduce himself later. So I'm working at École Lenôtre, the Culinary Art Institute, and I'm here to introduce you all the courses that we provided, all the diploma, and also a short vision of the school. You will know also about the teacher, the instructor, the program in detail, the school internationally, but also you will know all the facilities and the program by George later. So École Lenôtre is a school. The school has been created, The school has been created by Gaston Lenôtre, who was the pastry chef of Maison Lenôtre. The school has been created in 1971, and it was the first school here in France about gastronomy, culinary, and specialized into pastry. I'm not going to give you too much detail because we're going to answer your question at the end, but also I'm going to show you all the facilities and all the program by this short presentation.
I have to add, Sébastien, sorry to interrupt you, but Gaston Lenôtre was a pioneer in pastry, in French pastry. So he was developed a lot of different recipes, original modern recipes. He was the pioneer that changed the classic French pastry to the modern one.
Thank you for that comment. That's really good, important to know. If you want to introduce the unique approach of École Lenôtre about the technique, about the courses that we provide, maybe.
Thank you. So our school approach, the learning approach, is to provide to the students methods of the basic methods of the pastry, French pastry. So it's very important to start with this part. It's very important to have solid basis to continue to be more creative and more how I can say
ready for the future,
ready for the opportunities for the future professional. As you know, pastry courses are very important to the practice and also to the theory class. So a lot of technology, food science is important to understand the recipes and how they work, how you can correct them behind.
Thank you, George. Let's give them a short approach with the key figures. I think that's really important to give you guys a short approach. So as George said, we are the first school of gastronomy created in France.
Historically
by Gaston Lenôtre. We are providing courses, different courses. We train approximately 4,000 students per year. We had also 9 schools around the world, so partnership. And we had now more than 5 chefs recognized as best craftsmen in France. Georges will give you a brief detail of our each teacher later, with the picture and with the recognition. And we also have Etienne Leroy.
Yes,
which is
the last French World Pastry Cup champion, 2017.
This is the location of the school. So we base in Paris, but also in Thailand, Bangkok. Our school in Paris is located in the beautiful city of Rungis, which is next to the airport, so well located. Easy to commute from Paris to the school. We do also have different schools all around the world as partners. So also in South America, Colombia, Peru, Chile also, but also based in Asia, mainly in Asia. And the second school has been created in 2022 in Bangkok. So we had like internationally program. Program are in French and English.
French and English, exactly.
Let's talk about the technical, but also the learning approach by how can I say, learning by doing.
Learning by doing is important factor about learning, especially to a sector pastry, because without that you cannot progress. So at the beginning, we are going to the class, we start to explain all the utensils, all the materials you might need during the learning program. So, and then we start with the basic recipes, and after, as the time goes far, we are developing our techniques, and the recipes become more modern and interesting, I have to say, about the students. But it's very, very important to begin with the initial basics, because without that you cannot go further. It's important how to hold the piping bag using it correctly. And then we will add some extra utensil materials to be more fancy and interesting. Interesting is the whole time. It depends the point of view of some students. So for me, it's as a chef, it's very important to learn everything.
By talking about expertise, apprenticeship, talking about level, can you give us a brief introduction of the trainer that we have in the school, but also the trainer from the expert from Maison Lenôtre?
Yes, definitely. I have to start with the experts. So all of them, as you can see, they are recognized with some title. So I have to start with the executive chef Guy Krenzer. He's twice MOF, best craftsman in France. So usually you will see with the French flag around the neck. So he's a double recognized as the best craftsman in cooking and catering. We have Frédéric Anton. He's also best craftsman, but also he's the chef of 3-star Michelin star restaurant in his name is Précatelan, and also 1-star Jules Verne et Don Juan.
Where is the Jules Verne?
Jules Verne, I have to say, thank you, Sébastien. He's in the Eiffel Tower. Yeah. So in the first level of the Eiffel Tower, there is a restaurant with 1-star Michelin. So for the people that are interested to go eat, why not? As we are there, also I'm do a small detail that our students can do their practice to our restaurants. So keep in mind, 3 stars, 1-star Michelin is a good opportunity to start doing interesting. So I have to continue with Eric Finon, also best craftsman, Fabrice Jandier, Fabrice Brunet, also one of the best craftsmen in France. And at the end, I let Etienne Leroy, as we mentioned, is World Pastry Champion 2017. also one of the last one.
Yes, the last one, exactly.
French world champion. And I have to present myself. I did the last edition of the World Cup Champion 2023. So we occupied the second places. So I'm a vice world champion in pastry. My category is chocolates. That's all for the moment.
And George is there with you in live today, not in the team instructor.
He's missing the team of instructors. I'm responsible for the pastry sector in the school. My colleague Guillaume Galli also attended some big competitions. Alain Despinois, the same. Gauthier Denis, Patrick Jandot, Stéphane Duval, and much more. Fortunately, they're not in the PowerPoint. They're waiting for you. They don't have the title yet, but they are they're experts in their sectors. They know what they are teaching, what they are showing to you. So it's very important for our school and everybody here.
It's important you guys understand what George was saying about those experts and those instructors. They're going to be there. They're going to be in the school. Sometimes they're going to be in your class, giving you courses at the third level, for example, the expert level.
But before you go, I have to mention the last person, Stéphane Duval. He is
he's the last one. Yeah, he's the last one.
Best craftsman 2023. So he has to go to the other slide.
Yeah, he's an expert, but also instructor for the student. Talking about Meilleur Ouvrier de France, I think for our student to study with expert, give them, it's like a passport for the future, right?
Exactly. So they are doing the courses. They have some at the end of the third program. We have some weeks dedicated with the Meilleur Ouvrier de France, or otherwise in English, best craftsmen. So they will discover the universe of a titled pastry chef or cooker. It's very important why we have keep this part at the end, because they are chefs with a lot of experience. Definitely they're pensioned, but they are here to guide you, to lead you to another level, to show you another mentality, another way of doing much more. They are more demanding, so it's good to have a little bit more experience, knowledge about pastry before have the chefs, the titled chefs.
That's a good transition, because we're going to talk about the offer, about the program. So Georges is teaching different courses here. We have on the left, I'm going to talk about the Career Changer, which is the longest program that we have in cooking and pastry. Those diploma called becoming a pastry chef or becoming a cook chef, and also the bakery. The pastry today, it's about 7 months divided in 3 levels. The first level will be the essential. So you can you can change your career by doing this program, because this program has been created for students after the baccalaureate, students who want to change their career, or students who want, or adults who want to change and come to Paris to study with the best. So for the pastry, it's about the first level, essential, the second, les incontournables, which is a level which is more...
more advanced. So the students have already the knowledge of the first level, so we can continue to more modern techniques, different products. We have to say that we are seeing a huge variety of products during all the different levels. During these products, we are separated our weeks with theme. So you have a week with how say, like Dutch pastries. You have with cakes, the classics of Lenôtre cakes. You have with modern cakes, chocolate, ice cream, confectionery, Viennese, yes, and a lot of things. So every week is changed. The recipes are changing all the time. So the program is modern at this point, and the you say second level, and I will continue to the third level. As I mentioned and previously, you have also the 2 weeks courses with a titled chef.
We do also propose the basic training courses, which is the first level, sorry. It's about 6 weeks. So if you want to also have a short program, but also to learn about the basics, it's also available. We do have 2 intakes, one in September and another one in February. Do you recommend the career changer, which is like 7 months, or like the basic training courses? It depends, right, on your personal project.
It depends what you want to do. My point of view, as a chef, as a foreigner, because I didn't mention it before, I am a foreigner. I'm not French. I came to France before 8-10 years now. So I came as a student. I did my studies, and I wanted to stay in France to take more. It's never enough. It's never enough to learning. It's never enough to progress. So, from my point of view, I wanted to do all the courses. So I want to learn everything. So after all, it depends the student, the people, what they want to do. If they have time, if they don't have the time. So my point of view, if you want to be the best, do everything. Take all the knowledge you can.
Perfect.
And after that, the 3 level, we have the internship. So as Maison Lenôtre, we are offering an internship. So for 4 months, our students have guaranteed internship to our
ecosystem, let's say, like our restaurant,
our boutiques, our factory, our restaurant, you said. And after that, they can continue, they can change if they want to go to another restaurant, to other boutique, or they can choose their own internship to another hotel, palace, or pastry shop, whatever.
You recommend to stay in France or to go abroad for the internship? As a foreigner, for example.
If you be in France, grab the opportunity and do everything in France. You cannot find... Yeah, all right, there is some good restaurants, some pastry shop abroad, but come on, France is number one. So
it's better to come here.
It's my personal opinion. I came to France as a student. I stayed in France. I did my internship in France. There a lot of opportunities, and this pastry. Maybe I will present it later, but a short presentation. Pastry is not only pastry shop. There's a restaurant. There is, and also there's different categories. You can have chocolate, ice cream, confectionery, classic pastry, Danish, or bakery, and then go on. So it has a lot of faces. This job, this sector. So lots of opportunities.
I think it's a good time also to talk about the advanced training. As you're talking about different phases of the pastry, we do propose like professional courses for professionals. So it's called advanced training, and it's about 1 to 5 days. Today you had the student with you for chocolate.
I didn't finish. We have tomorrow also. So the school proposing also some training courses for professional. It means when you finish these programs, three level program, you can participate to a professional course where we call it perfection. So you can perfect some techniques to different sectors, this week we perfection with some professionals around the chocolate pastries. We have so chocolate bonbon or different events during the year in France. Around Christmas, we have some Christmas logs, cakes that we are preparing during this period. So there is a professional coming to take some ideas, new techniques to be in the actuality of the modern the actuality. Yeah.
And if we talk about the bespoke training courses, as an expert, we do receive also professional here who call us and say we need help because we're creating a new pastry. We want to work. We work in a hotel, but we want to create a new card, a new menu. So we do help them. You do help them also.
Yes, exactly. This never ends. We are going to their pastry shops. We are present around the world to different pastry shops, different level of business, small to huge ones. We are sharing our knowledge to them to have the perfect results at their pastry shops, at their environment, because we have to say pastry in Asia, pastry in France, pastry in Middle East is not the same. The environment is not the same. Temperatures, humidity is not the same. So
South America, yeah.
South America, definitely. So some products need some extra guidance. Thank you. Guidance to resolve some issues we might have, and also propose. Sometimes, let's be so honest. Some owners, some pastry chefs, they don't have time to develop the recipes by their own because they have a lot of work aside. So they're choosing us to go there, proposing a category, a variety of pastries, and it's easy for them to present new products to their clients.
Talking about product to the client, diversity of our offer, because we are school for professional, but we also guide our student because we do post-bac, we do all kind of courses. We're going to show you the facilities. I think that's really important to show you where you guys going to study if you if you join École Lenôtre in the future. So this is all the facilities. We had around 12 laboratories.
12 laboratories. Let me mention that this is the small part of images you can find. Our website, we can find, you can see the whole school visual guide. So I invite you to go and check if you want. So we have open spaces, open restaurant. We are share lunches with the students. They are 100% the lunch is offered, and with the first course, second, and dessert. But before going back, are you already there?
Yeah.
So we have 12 classes, different classes. When one is specialized for bakery, cooking, ice cream, chocolate, 6 pastry and cooking classes. And after we have one special activity classes, which their maximum capacity are 12 students, so quite small. With one professor guiding them all the students during the class, and the whole building is around 2,400 square meter large, and we, as I mentioned, we have the lobby, the restaurant, the refreshments area, as you can see from the image next to it. Huge locker rooms for the students, the offices and back offices, storage, kitchen, and all these facilities of the school. The school was
inaugurated
2021, so the whole school is brand new, and with all the facilities, modern facilities that the students need to have during their course.
Talking about the courses and also the 12 students per class, you were a student.
Yes.
What do you say about 12 students? It's perfect to learn. It's perfect to exchange with the teacher. You have time to guide them. You have time to talk with them. And it's better to have a small group.
It's definitely better to have a small group. 12 is the maximum. It's important to share and have the guidance of the chef, because, as I mentioned at the beginning, is the manual work. So pastry, you need to have the guidance, how to hold, how to mix, how to control, and all these important steps. I want to say something, forget. So
the space, the space, like because you in front of the class,
yes,
and you're teaching and you exchange with the student,
sharing, and also as we have the theoretical classes once per week for 2 hours. We will learn about different subjects around the food science, and it's important to understand all the secrets, all the informations behind the pastry. Will help you to have a clear opinion why your product is not succeed. It's 100%. How do we say? 100% normal to don't succeed a project. We are here to guide you to find why it doesn't work. The students, the name explains everything. Students, why students here to learn. And also, one important thing I have to mention is that the way we are teaching is also to adapt the students to their professional life, because it's not only go for a school 6 hours and then leave. Our program is quite intense. We are preparing you to be ready for the professional life, because professional life is very demanding. And
so emotionally and technically and physically,
yes, definitely.
You
prepare the students how is organizing a pastry laboratory, how we clean it, how we organize, how we the production will going on. So all these details, which is with the sous chef responsible for the ingredients, responsible for cleaning and all this stuff.
So we're going through the presentation we already talked about the figures. We're going to give you a small vision of aperçu of the school in Bangkok, Thailand. So this is a brand new school in Thailand. We opened it in September 22 with the first promotion of students. With all the facilities, all the new facilities. So you guys can also study over there or coming to Paris. By talking about selecting your school, it's important to, you correct me, Georges, but of course it's important to have a good value of what you want to do later. If you're choosing pastry, if you're choosing École Lenôtre, it's important to have a good pedagogy, to have the good chef, and to have a good vision of your professional life, right?
Yes, it's important to have an idea. Let me say, just go a little bit back and say, yes, it's important to have a vision, but I started without any precise vision. I wanted to learn the pastry. I wanted to gain an experience. It's not 100% necessary to know what you do after the school.
Okay.
As long as you know you want to continue with pastry, because students came here to discover also sometimes the pastry. So you will see, as I say, different cakes, different products. You will see the pastry dessert, the restaurant dessert, plated dessert, the bakeries, the classic pastry, confectionery, chocolate, etc. So you will being in contact with all these domains, and then you can decide, all right, I like more the chocolate, so I would like to be perfection to this part, so you might want to work in a chocolate factory. So it's not 100% for me necessary to know what you do after 3 years, 5 years, but the important thing is be open-minded and continue to learn about pastry, to be better and better it every time, all the time.
So we're going to continue. Thank you, George, for this explanation. It's really important for our students to understand about the experience, about the professional life in the future, because they're coming from far.
Yes.
So they need to be ready for that. We're going to end this presentation by giving you our values also. That's really important for us: respect, excellence, and sharing. That's important in your class to have those values when you're sharing with students or you're talking with students.
I think it's values that everyone.
Yes. It's valued to everyone.
So the atmosphere is around learning. So we have to respect everyone. In the international classes, we have students around the world. So sometimes cultural differences are present. And at the same time, we are trying to how we say this word? Focusing to the excellence.
Okay.
So our goal is the excellence, to be better and better during the courses. Sharing is about the chefs. The chefs, we are sharing with the students our experience, our knowledge, and this particular word sharing is we are using a lot to our Maison Lenôtre, because it's a lot of years now, as from the opening 1956 of the fresh pastry shop Lenôtre, 2023 now. So sharing the knowledge is a heritage for us.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So thank you, guys. We're going to stop the presentation now, and we will give Estelle the...
Thank you.
Thank you,
very
Estelle.
much. It is a very good presentation, very interesting, with all the insights on your experience, Chef Kousanas. And for now, we don't have any question in the chat, but we have time to answer the question of the participants. I don't know if any one of you have questions. You can raise your hand and I will let you do your questions. No? So me, I have some questions maybe that can also help the participants to have more questions. Maybe on the process to be candidates at the school, how does it work? Does the students have to give a lot of papers, a lot of certificates, maybe on their already their university studies in cooking that they had previously, or no?
First of all, when you apply to the school, we send you a registration file, which is really simple. We ask you to send us a motivation letter, which is important to expose your professional project or your personal career. Then your resume, which is really important. You submit your document to us, and we will do a short meeting, kind of like an interview with you, about 30 minutes, to understand your personal project, professional project, why you want to come to France, why you want to come to École Lenôtre to pursue your career. About the level, for sure you need to be 18 to join our program. We do not ask any specific diploma, because you can apply after your baccalaureate, after your IB, but also we do propose career changer. So if you already have diploma and you want to change your career, welcome to us. Welcome to École Lenôtre in Paris. We're more than welcome to assist you and guide you during this process.
Perfect. And is there a level of French or English that are mandatory to enter the school?
As a foreigner, I think the B2 is necessary for the communication, to exchange with the chefs for the best of the student, to take all the information they might need, they definitely will need, and be 100% there. So we know everybody. If we can communicate, it's much more difficult.
In French?
In France, but if you are not in France, we are is the same thing for English programs.
Okay, in French or English.
For me, I think the B2 to the level of languages is important. Yes, but we don't have any. We will not ask any diploma. The interview will help us to understand the level of language.
Okay. And is there any knowledge or experience that are mandatory or important to you to enter the school? Maybe you have examples.
For the pastry, the same thing for bakery, cooking is the same thing. But for as we mentioned before, we don't need any experience. We're starting from the zero, and we continue. If someone has a lot of experience or in pastry, we can propose to go directly to the level 2, but we have to do a test before to make sure that the level in theoretical and practical is the best, is adequate. Otherwise, we have to continue with level 1, because the knowledge will not be the same as the advanced students. So to not create an uncomfortable situation about the teacher and also the student, we do ask for a test before going to the level 2.
Okay.
Without going to level 1.
Perfect. Thank you. And what kind of diploma or certificate does the school grant to the students? Are there diploma, university diploma, or certificates as a private school? How does it work?
It's a private certificate from École Lenôtre. Of course, we had the French recognition for this certificate, and we have the professional recognition for the skills, which is France Compétences, Calliope, and also title. So it's a French diploma by École Lenôtre. Recognized all around the world, and for sure the professional experience, and also when you have École Lenôtre on your resume, it's like the sunshine of your diploma, as I said. It's really important when people see that, recruiters see it, they already know the quality of the knowledges of the student.
And we can mention that the school is an excellent school for cooking, pastry, and baking, and it is ranked amongst the best in France.
The top of the top, yes. You're right. It's first of all, École Lenôtre is not a school from yesterday. It's a school who has been created by Gaston Lenôtre, and they start with the catering services, but also high-end catering services. And we do provide these services to all around the world, but also we had like 13 shops, so retail in Paris, now retail all around the world, in the Middle East, in the East, in Europe, America, Japan, China, Hong Kong, Singapore. So we do have a lot of retail store where which can approve, let's say, certified, yes, by our experience in the sector. And also the chef, because Maison Lenôtre is an excellent house. We do have, as George said before, a large ecosystem. We do have three Michelin star restaurant called Le Précatelan managed by Frédéric Canton. We had the one-star restaurant, Le Jules Verne, in the Eiffel Tower. Wonderful place to work and to have to make an internship. We
also
do
the ships in the river of
in
Paris.
the river in Paris. The first boat in French called bateau mouche. You know it when you come to do tourism in Paris, all around the Seine. You have the first cruise, let's say luxury cruise restaurant, who got the star. So that's also a good experience to have, and also you can do your internship or your work experience in our laboratories. So in our laboratories in the main house of Maison Lenôtre, but also in the boutique.
And also, Lenôtre was the title recognized as a heritage of
Yes.
cultural heritage in French.
For sure. It's important about the heritage. When you were saying we had a French heritage that we want to promote all around the world. When a foreigner student, a Chilean student come to France, they have to come for the expertise. That's really important. The techniques, the expertise, and also the experience with the chefs.
Definitely.
And how many international students does the school has?
Good question. Actually, we have two classes, two promotion for pastry, one French and one English. And approximately it's about 50% of foreigner in the school. And
Right now.
And we do have different nationalities such as Taiwanese, Chinese, Lebanese, also from Réunion Island. We do also have Greek, Egypt.
Yes.
We do also have Moroccan, Algerian, American also. We do have Caribbean student, and that's it. We do have a lot of different nationalities.
What about the whole students we had? It's a huge number, so we cannot calculate how many do we have. I think one of our colleagues might have a number, but I don't have it here.
Perfect. And you, Chef Kousanas, you are an international student of the school. Can you tell us a little bit more about your experience as an international student? You were part of the you followed the programs, all the programs. How long?
I came from Greece, so I'm a European citizen from Greece. I came to France. I did my studies here, the whole program, and then I continued to work around France for about 7 years in different pastry shops around France. I was in Lyon, in Nice. And I worked in different pastry shops. Then I wanted to try the restaurant experience, so I worked in the area of Champagne, in a 5-star hotel. And most of the time I was more into teaching, so I decided to lean myself to be a teacher in pastry. And last year, during the whole time, I was participating in different competitions in French, chocolate, pastry, sugar, arts. And last year, as I mentioned, I did the World Championship with France, representing France. And here I am, responsible for the the pastry sector in the school, which I'm very honored as a foreigner to represent the French culinary sector. It's a huge honor. So I mentioned that for the Chilean students and all the students around the world, that it's possible to succeed, to be in a place that you will never imagine before. Sometimes I pitching myself and say where I'm now, where I was before, and never imagine to succeed to take this position. Everything is possible with hard work, with training, as long as you're passionate about it and you want it really.
Thank you. Thank you very much for this inspiring experience and testimony. And well, I will ask maybe, here, there's a question from Sergio.
Sergio.
Yes.
Yeah, hello. Hello, everyone. My name is Sergio. I'm from Mexico. I want to know when will start these courses in. I mean, I know anything about pastry and bakery. I had a cafeteria, and now I'm learning in speaking French and in English also. But I want to go to Paris. Actually, this is one of my great projects that I have, to go to Paris and to know more and more about bakery, bakery from France. And but I want to know when will start this course for basics.
So we do have, thank you for your question, Sergio, and I hope you enjoy learning French. We do have 2 intakes. So the next intake will be the 26th of February, 24, and the next one will be in September. So we do still have available seats, a spot for February. And we do also have a spot for September. But if your project is soon, I invite you to start your application ASAP, because it's really important for you to get out to prepare everything. We guide you also for the preparation. We guide you for to prepare all your meetings. We guide you for the accommodation. We can have another meeting with the chef if needed. So, voila.
So September and February are the 2 dates we are for the intake. Yes.
Okay, thank you. And another question. And where could you please share an email? Where can I get the documents?
Yes,
I put it in the chat.
Estelle, yes, we'll put it in the chat. So you have the École Lenôtre Instagram, you have Georges Coussana's Instagram, and my email address. So you can follow us to see the activities of the day. Every day we posting the activities. We post, for example, all the journey of the school, so you can follow the student, you can see what they're doing, and you can email me today. I will guide you through that process to join us later.
Okay, thank you. And another question. Sorry.
Go ahead.
It's possible to work at the same time that I'm taking courses in France, for example?
So we do not propose the apprenticeship because the courses, he's the expert. He can tell you that you're going to be tired during the day. You can try to work at the end of the day, the weekends, but not during the weeks. But we do guide you and help you if you want to work during the weekend or after the school.
The thing is, the program is very intense. You are starting the courses at 8 o'clock. And you finish at
5 o'clock.
5 o'clock. So if you want to take the transportations, you might wake up to 6:30, 7, and go back home. I don't know. You might leave, so you might need 30 minutes of transportation. So it takes almost the whole day. And after a whole day of working in school, learning, I don't think you will have any much energy to do something extra during the night. Otherwise you will not be in shape. Thank you
for the courses.
So I don't advise you to look for the night working. After all, that's up to you. Weekends you have 2 days off. Definitely you can may find a part-time job. I think you could find easily, maybe not in why not? Maybe in pastry also.
Yeah, maybe in pastry.
Maybe we can propose something.
Yeah.
I think you can, but keep in mind it's intense programs.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Sergio. Any other question?
Any other questions from other participants also? No? Well, maybe you can have the last word to close the webinar and the recording.
Yeah, George was saying about the visa. This is a good topic.
Of course.
So we do help you also and guide you for the visa because we had a relationship with the Campus France, but also the consulate. We will, of course, analyze your file to process to your visa request. And for sure, we will do our best to guide you in that process. We know that as a foreign student, we know, that is a stressful and also difficult time, but we do provide you the help and the support for this journey.
Of course, and as well as Campus France, in every country of almost the world, there's an agency of Campus France that will help you to do the process before the visa solicitation. So this is a process mandatory that you have to do in Chile at the third month before the visa solicitation. So this is important to have this time lapse calendar to be followed.
Estelle, I have a question for the Chilean student. If they admitted to our school, they have to go to Campus France offices to have a meeting with the responsible someone, and after they're going through they're going to drop the passport if they got the acceptance letter from your office,
of course,
to the consulate, right?
Of course, yes. This is exactly this process. First, Campus France with the acceptance letter of Lenôtre school, and then to the consulate for the visa, of course.
Perfect.
So you said before, to conclude our conversations, might share something. Might share something about the pastry, because we spoke about the education, but what is pastry? What represents pastry for me? Pastry is something that everybody around the world, as long as they have sugar or honey or something like this, sugary taste, they can enjoy. Everybody has memories, childhood memories for pastry. So with this way, I want to represent that pastry influence our clients. We're doing for our family, for our friends, for everybody, to create some connect with them, and in some way we are going inside their events, their personal life, and it's important to give a good experience to them, because after all we create happiness to them. But as the professional side, we learn that still keeps me interested in to develop new techniques, to do new associations, and this is never ending procedure. As I said before, all the time we're learning new things, and it's a job, is a passion that connects with different domains, construction domains, arts, and technology. Now we can connect technology with 3D printings, and there is unlimited possibilities, different sectors, as I mentioned before. So pastry is a passionate job. You need to do a lot of efforts, definitely, as all the working, all the jobs or the works, opportunities, if you want to be succeed or not. So pastry is a good environment.
You can feel the passion.
There is a hard work. I
it's-
mentioned it.
there
There
is
is
a
hard
hard
work.
work, yeah, for
It's a lot of hard work, but definitely, how we say, bring the value. How we say,
The value, yes, we go through the value with them, and we
all the sacrifices have a value
Mhm.
after all. So I definitely recommend to come to France to learn pastry. It's one of the best experience you can have in pastry.
Perfect. Well, thank you very much to both of you, and thank you to all the participants. And well, we will end the recording and then end the webinar.
thank you.